be able to increase the educational standards of this state if we are able to maintain control of the House and the Senate and be able to hold on to this U.S. Senate seat through Martin Heinrich, this U.S. House of Representatives seat through Michelle Grisham-Lujan, simply by being able to make sure we go vote. We know when Democrats go vote, and more importantly, Mary, when women go vote, Democrats will win. It is when we see what happened during the 2010 election, when many Democrats stayed home and not really go out and participate in the election process, that we saw some of the huge changes that occurred not only around this country, but in this state. And consequently, we've had individuals in office that haven't been the best for moving the state forward. So my message to everyone out there is to make a commitment to go vote. It's much easier now through early voting to spend 5 minutes out of your day, bring your children with you to the polling place, let them walk into that voting booth, help them understand the importance of this incredible right that we have, but certainly an obligation as well that we have to participate in the democratic process by voting. And I promise you, for everyone out there who is watching this video, does that, and they take 5 more friends to the polling place and they speak about the values of the Democratic Party, we're going to see Democrats win from the presidency all the way down to the local races that are in place. And I'll tell you, 2 years from now, when that happens, you can judge Democratic performance, and I assure you at that point, we'll be ready to elect a Democratic governor to be able to move this state forward and to be able to bring about the quality jobs that we need, address issues of the environment, make sure we're investing in education, and ensure that civil rights and social services, all those things that we know are important, are at the forefront and not in the back burner and not even in the picture.
Okay, Suzanne Martinez is going around the state reading to kids, handing out books, but she's ignoring our Hispanic children. She's decided that rather than concentrating on making sure that they have the opportunities that everybody else has, she's saying, oh, we'll just do it for everybody. And we've seen in the past how that's failed to bring those kids forward. There's a lot of women out there that are concerned that their kids are going to continue to drop out and not finish their educations, and that this state will continue to get worse. What can the Democratic Party do to put some brakes on Martinez when it comes to the fact that she's handing out teachers information to the Republican Party and that these scandals keep coming out about her administration?
Well, the first thing I want to say, Mary, and you know this, I know it, raising 2 children, people who are raising children understand that first and foremost, we need to be involved in our kids' education. We need to make sure that we know who their teachers are. We need to make sure that they're given ample opportunity when they come home to read and to work on their homework, because it starts with the parent. We know that. Then it becomes certainly an important obligation of the educational system to make sure when those kids arrive onto campus, and whether it's at the elementary, mid school, high school level, that they are given access to high quality teachers who are well compensated. We talked about that a little bit earlier. The problem again lies in an effort by Susana Martinez to fundamentally blow up an educational system that educated you and I, and certainly gave us an opportunity to go out there and receive higher education degrees and go out into the workforce and work. Really what we need, obviously, is her to focus on bringing a comprehensive approach to addressing the educational needs. And much of it begins with basic things like assuring that our economies are healthy, making sure that there's investments in jobs throughout New Mexico so that we know that parents are certainly doing well, school systems do well. Now, what she has chosen to do is engage more in political tactics than in governing. She has chosen to allow her political handlers to be able to map out a process that creates some intimidation amongst teachers by gathering personal information on their part. And that's the wrong way to do things. The Democratic Party obviously is holding her accountable by calling her out, continuously monitoring their activities, but more importantly, there are individuals who are in office, who are Democrats, but first and foremost New Mexicans, who are reviewing all the activities that this governor is doing. They're making sure they're addressing those issues that may have fallen outside of the scope of the law, and she will ultimately have to be held accountable for her actions. She's not going to get a free ride and a pass on using intimidation techniques to try and influence policy here in this state. We'll hold her accountable both from the political level and also from the governance level. And the good thing is this: the one way to stop her radical policies that, by the way, have been initiated in other states around this country and proven to be wrong, is to make sure we have a democratic controlled legislature at the House level and the Senate. And I promise you, if we go back to that issue of making sure that people take the time to go vote, bring their friends to vote, we'll have that. And you know, Democrats always believe, hold us accountable. Every election, we're ready to be held accountable on the things that we've done. We're focused on policy. They're focused on politics. I believe at the end of the day, policy is going to win it out in the hearts and minds of